GM Creates here with another video. Thanks for coming back again. This time I am reviewing a Black and White Volume 1 by Mr. Art Thibert. This was a crowdfunded book. We're going to get into that in just a second, but for everybody who's here, if this is your first time coming to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications and all that good stuff. If you're a long-time follower, subscriber, make sure you're still subscribed, because for some reason, YouTube likes to just unsubscribe people for no reason. Anyway, you may have known that Art Thibert was doing Black and White Remastered, and he did the campaign, and it was a great success. And then there was still a lot of demand, and so he did a Second Chance campaign, which is where I ended up getting this from, is from the Second Chance campaign, because I actually missed out on the first one. It happens. I mean, even, there are books sometimes with crowdfunding. Sometimes sometimes you just miss stuff because you just forget. Sometimes you miss stuff because you don't have the money at the moment. Right now, honestly, I'm receiving a ton of books lately. I've gotten so many books in the last month. It's been great to get them all. Some of them I've been waiting a long time for. This one I hardly waited at all for. And it's awesome to get them all, but I've had to cut down on my backing, unfortunately, just because of financial issues at the moment. So, it is what it is. But this was from the Second Chance campaign. So just so you know, I got the book and 2 trading cards. The trading cards, you can see, maybe I'll bring them a little closer. You can get a better look at the artwork on there. There's some nice, that's art's work right there. On the back, you can see the 25 years, black and white. And then the other one, I'm not sure who did the art on this one, actually. I can't read it, it's too tiny. But yeah, and then same thing, the 25 black and white. So that's cool stuff. And then the book itself is autographed by everybody involved. And then, you know what I want to show you guys? And I had this already. This was not part of the campaign. This is going to be a little funky, so just bear with me here. You're going to see some of my messed up basement. If I can do this. Oh, fudge. I'm picking up an entire tripod right now, just so you know. You can see right there is the poster that is the same as the cover. I bought that at a convention that I met Art Thibert at. I guess, oh boy, I don't know, it was quite a while ago. Months and months ago. And yeah, he was super cool. He signed it to Jam Creates, and it was really cool. It was fun. So anyway, and Art was a really cool dude. So anyway, so this is the book. Now, some of you may remember Black and White from back in the day. This was Art's book back in Image. And you can see it is really nice. It's a nice quality. I don't know who he used as a printer. But you can see it's a, perfect bound. Really nice, quality stock for the paper and for the cover. Super, quality paper and whatnot as far as the comic goes. So I don't know who he used for printing, but it's a really good job, whoever it was that he used. So you can see this is volume 1. Writer artist Art Thibert, writer Taylor Grosso, color Priya Pillai, I think I said that right, with Hack Shack color, letters by Jeff Eckelberry. Funny thing is, I actually met Jeff at that same convention. He was hanging out at Art's table. I didn't even know who he was. I know that sounds terrible to say, but it's the truth. I didn't know who he was, but then Art told me he was doing the lettering on the book. He was another nice guy. I met Art's daughter there too. She had her own table. She's a fantastic artist. I'm waiting for Art to have her do a variant cover or a pinup or something in the future, because she's a fantastic artist. And then editor Pamela Thibert, that's Art's wife, created by Art and Pamela, with art assisted by Tag. I always like to read the credits. So basically what this is we start off, we're in China. It's there's a brewery. That's a hard word to say, sometimes. So we start in this brewery, and apparently there's the owner of the brewery. It's a family owned brewery, and they've got a couple of offers on the table to buy the brewery, one of whom is from our main character here, and the other is from the Phoenix Corporation. And unfortunately, the Phoenix Corporation decides, yeah, you're going to take our offer because we're just going to attack. So they attack the brewery. They take the man, the owner, hostage. Whitney, he asks Reed, who's black, to look after Whitney. And then we see Whitney is actually in a mental hospital. And you find out she's kind of violent. She's a little, is she crazy? Like, what's up? But it turns out that she's saying that, that this guy who was dead is actually not dead. So they're saying like she's crazy. And Reed shows up and he's like trying to figure out what to do. So he decides he's going to probably, he eventually decides like, I'm not sure what to do with her. But then we get back to the office. He's at the office for the brewery, and then the guy who attacked comes in with his thugs, and they basically say, no, the company's ours, we're taking over. And so he's like, no, that's BS. And his partner Gray actually discovers that they've already at the brewery, they've already started they're mining for this power source. And so he tries to help tries to help Whitney escape, and then she winds up just knocking him over and trying to escape herself. They get separated, and then he gets overwhelmed. His old suit gets powered on, and he eventually is able to get out. It's cool to see because he's a retired spy, and he's got the money. He's got the suit, the power suit, but the suit's kind of jacked up, and it's not really working right. And Whitney winds up being she's cornered by the bad guy, and it turns out there's this whole backstory about who the bad guy is. She thought he was dead. It turns out she knew him when she was a child, and she gave him this glowing rock that is this power source, that's what he's mining under the brewery. That's why he wanted the brewery, is because it's got that power source in it. And he's using it to power his weapons. And so what ends up happening, they eventually do escape. They get back home, and they get powered up using that. They decide to work together. And what's cool is you can see, I just want to skip a little bit. This page is amazing, by the way. I love this page, the skull and the little girl and so good. The art is absolutely fantastic. Art Thibert is such a great artist. It's ridiculous how good he is. I want to skip. Oh yeah, so here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. The suit gets changed. You can see here's the new suits. Yeah, you can see in the beginning he has this suit with the big shoulder pads, very 90s, with all the pouches and the big shoulder pads, very Liefeld 90s. And then now he's got a more sleek styled suit with, he's still got shoulder pads. They're not as big though. And he doesn't really have pouches. He's got hand grenades now. And he's got these guns, and she's got these lightsaber kind of staffs that she uses. And so eventually they end up working together to try to rescue her father and, take back their brewery from this guy. And I don't want to spoil anything. I try not to spoil anything, because if you're going to read it, I want you to read it on your own and enjoy it. Obviously, things don't go perfectly. So it actually ends kind of on a cliffhanger, and we're left waiting for part 2. Now, Art has already said he's already working on part 2, volume 2, and he said it's a 2-part story. So eventually what you'll have is you'll have volume 1, and then you'll have volume 2, and then that will tell a complete story. So then from there, if he decides to do more Black and White, which I hope he does, because I actually really like the characters, and I really like the world he's building here, what you'll get is you'll have volumes 1 and 2 will be one complete story, and then he could start a new story going forward with volume 3, or whatever he decides to call it, or how he decides to do it. He's also got Chrono Mechanics coming. That's pretty much done, I think. I think it's getting ready to ship very soon, which is a very different book from this kind of thing. But I love, listen, I love action. I love superheroes. You know, action superheroes, perfect. That's right up my alley, you know. And this is exactly what this is. This is good classic action comics, you know, with a little bit of a 90s flair to it, but yet modern enough to really look new and fresh. Art is fantastic. His storytelling with his artwork is also fantastic. Just really good stuff all around. So, you know, I wholeheartedly recommend this. I'm assuming, even though he did the Second Chance campaign, I'm sorry if you hear me sniffling, I'm still getting over a sinus infection that I had. It was not the Rona. I got tested. They shoved the damn thing all the way up to my brain. But it wasn't that. It's just a sinus infection. I get them fairly often. It's annoying. If I could, I would just take my sinuses out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's not relevant. So anyway, I'm sure when he does volume 2, he's going to offer like a catch-up tier that'll allow you to get volumes 1 and 2 together. So I absolutely would recommend keeping an eye out for that. If you like good classic superhero action adventure, it's not gory, it's not overly violent, it's not, you know, it's just good superhero action, and that's what I love. That's my favorite thing in comics, honestly. So if you like that, this is definitely a wholehearted recommend from a pro who's been 30 years in the business, knows how to make a book, knows how to tell a story, knows how to do fantastic artwork. Absolutely wholeheartedly recommend this book. And like I said, if you get the chance when he does the volume 2 campaign, I'm sure he's going to do a catch-up where you can get volumes 1 and 2 together. Wholeheartedly recommend doing that. Please do it. You owe it to yourself to give it a shot. I definitely recommend it. So that's it. So that's Black and White volume 1. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, click the like button, all that good stuff. If you've been here for a while, I love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. We've been doing this for over a year, cranking out videos. You know, I did take some time off. I understand it's, you know, not the smartest thing to do. I get that. Some circumstances out of my control, including said sinus infection, the flood in the basement. It's been one plague after another. So anyway, like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, I'm back. We're rocking and rolling. I got more reviews coming, all kinds of good stuff on the way. So definitely keep an eye out. If you want to help support the channel, you can go to the link down below and you can see the store to support the channel, and you can get Smiley Bones stickers, you can get Smiley Bones t-shirts, you can get Indie Comics Underground stickers, Indie Comics Underground t-shirt, you can get a mug. What is Indie Comics Underground? Glad you asked. That is my free online zine dedicated to indie and crowdfunded comics. I've always got interviews, artist profiles, artwork, an exclusive comic in there by myself that I did for a contest that's been in there. Part 1 was in the previous issue. Part 2 will be in this coming issue. All kinds of great stuff with links to everything. So anything in that book, you can always click a link and go right to it to get more information, to see a campaign or whatever it might be, or a pre-order or whatever it is. So check it out. I love comics and I just want to spread the love. So I'll talk to you guys again soon. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. And that's it. I'll see you later. Peace out.